All right. So, today we're going to be giving another Fair Shake review. And today we're talking about Circles by Mac Miller. And I'm going to give a little bit of thoughts on Swimming as well here because I feel, since they're basically companion pieces, I feel I could go ahead and group it together and kind of, since I also didn't do a review of Swimming, I feel like I should go ahead and kind of group my thoughts on both of them since I feel the same way. Um, so a lot of it is really cool and chill. Like how I viewed a lot of Mac Miller projects, at least material that I've heard before. Because the thing about Mac Miller, um, for me, is I never really dove into his discography. I would just hear a couple songs here and there, and I'd be like, "Oh, this sounds kind of cool. It's not bad," but it wasn't like intriguing enough for me to just be like, "Yo, I need to listen to the new Mac, because new Mac is out." But with Swimming coming out and hearing some of the things that he was talking about, it's just like, yo, he's really going deep into his own thoughts and very introspective, and that's really admirable, and some of it actually sounds really cool. And then, shortly after he passed, and I was like, oh, dang, that sucks. And then you end up hearing, oh, there's a companion piece that's actually going to be coming out. So with Circles, I was like, all right, I have to do my due diligence and kind of talk about it, listen to it, and Circles is really, really kind of, I feel, goes deeper into, even more deeper into that wallowing in depression and trying to make the best of it, and it's very, despite it talking around a lot of these themes of trying to be okay with life and taking things one step at a time, and it's too samey for me. It's just a little just too chill, for a lot of these songs. Like, the songs that I enjoyed off of here are Blue World and Hands. Some of the a little bit more upbeat songs, but a lot of it is just kind of like, I'm sure people who have gone through, with Mac Miller through his entire journey will love every bit of this. But as a newcomer, it's just like, yo, I can understand where you're coming from, but sonically it just doesn't grip me. And I could say the same for a lot of Swimming. And let me just go ahead and say kind of like some of the songs I enjoyed off of it, since I'd never really talked about it. The song Self Care, that first single, was really great. I really enjoyed What's the Use. I thought Jet Fuel was also pretty cool as well. And if I remember correctly, Ladders was one that I enjoyed as well. So I enjoyed a little bit more off of Swimming, but for the most part, a lot of the material is still just kind of like, this is cool, it's not bad, I just don't love it. And I feel the same way about Circles, but I definitely know that the message that he spread and tried to convey throughout dealing with some of the issues he had in his life, I know there's definitely people who are going to be touched and appreciate it. I kind of feel like he's kind of the same lines along, well, the same lines to me as kind of like a Kid Cudi, where if you're really going through it and you relate to his sound, his story, and on a really, really, really personal level, you're gonna love every bit of it. But for me, a lot of it just doesn't do it for me. Um, there's some interesting ideas and cool concepts, and sometimes some great sonics production to it, but not everything that's displayed on it lyrically or even vocal performance wise is just like I love this. It just gives me more of a it's alright. And also through a lot of Circles, you get a little bit more of his melodic per, performance as well. It's definitely a little bit more sing-songy on the Circles project, and for me, it's not something I'd really return to. But there are a couple of songs that I was just like, I do genuinely really like this song. But much respect to Mac. But you know, hopefully his fans are able to really enjoy this and contemplate on it, and as well, hopefully let it be their own sense of therapy. Because I know he, like I mentioned before, he meant a lot to people, and hopefully he can continue to do that with the music that will live on, because you know, music is pretty immortal. You know, it goes on. Definitely left that legacy behind him with his discography, and hopefully this brings some solace to people. So yeah, that's my quick thoughts on the project, and let me know what you think down below. Tell me how much I'm wrong, how disrespectful I am, or whatever. But yeah, that's my Fair Shake review. Much love, peace, threes.